It's beef, top.
Mike Herrera from the band Tumbledown has joined us in the studio. His second band, Tumbledown, is playing tonight at the Radio Room on Elkhorn Boulevard between the 8:05 and the 15, going on somewhat late, 11 maybe?
Late, yeah.
11-ish or so. His other band, the band that's been pretty much paying the rent for how long now? It seems
in July it'll be 17 years.
MxPx, 17 years? That's amazing. When's the last time you had a real job?
Right now? No. It's been since high school, really.
Since high school.
I had a job during MxPx in high school, and then once we graduated high school, hit the road and never looked back.
It's pretty crazy, but that's still why you're living up in the Pacific Northwest, right?
Yeah.
It's affordable.
Yeah, I live up there, yeah.
Because we were going to say you could, move down here because we, not to toot San Diego's horn, but Beet Farmers started here. Mojo Nixon got his start here. Rank and File. Are you hip to Rank and File at all? Have you?
Rank and File, yeah, they're kind of original.
They were like the original. They were the Dills. Yeah. Do you remember the Dills?
I don't know the Dills.
The Dills were like the original San Diego punk rock band. They were in the movie Up in Smoke.
Okay.
Do you remember that movie Up in Smoke?
Of course, yes.
The band that's on stage that gets really angry with everybody.
I'll have to watch
and
that
throws their instruments down and gets mad. Watch it again. Two guys, Chip and Tony, from Carlsbad. They moved to San Francisco, grabbed Alejandro Escovedo, moved to Austin 30 years ago, I guess it would have been,
wow.
And said, you know what, we're gonna form a Western band. Not so much country, but basically Western. Because they twanged, but they twanged in a different way.
Yeah, definitely.
So we started it all here in San Diego. So I'm saying, if you guys feel the need to spend like all your paychecks on rent,
yeah, we might do that.
You might have to move here, San Diego. What else? Who else is from San Diego? Anybody else from San Diego that we know? Switchfoot. They're not really country though. We started the alt country thing. All right. So I asked you during the before the break if there was an MxPx, especially one of my favorites. To me, that sounds like, if you slowed it down, would be basically one of the greatest country songs ever written. But you wrote this as what? Would you remember writing this song, My Life Story?
Yeah, I mean, I wrote it on an acoustic guitar. Obviously, there's no country really flourishes or embellishments to it. There could be if we really worked on it, I think.
But just even just the story alone, just the lyrics.
Story, yeah,
the story is a country story.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say? Is it a true story?
Well, nothing's ever true, is it? Especially involved. The whole story is you're making up excuses for why you're late. Fact of the matter is we're always late as a band. I'm always late at home. I mean, it's just.
You're always late.
It's just, yeah. So.
Okay,
somebody's making a call.
We're gonna turn off that phone. Okay, so I'll turn these mics up, and we will see how well you pull this off. And by the way, just to let people know who are listening, they've never played this live ever before. They worked it out during the commercials. It's Tumbledown doing the song that Mike wrote. This is what, 10 years old now?
At least, yeah. 2000, I think this record came out.
All right. So. Almost 10 years. Well, you wrote it at least a year before that.
We're just kidding. Oh, that's true. So it is at least 10 years.
Yes. Happy birthday to the song. All right, it's FM 94.9.
All right.
First, my gun broke down to that
something to wear. No, don't hate me forever. Well, I'm better late than never. I failed you, I'm sorry. Well, that's simply my life story. Don't hate me forever. Well, I'm better late than never. I failed you, I'm sorry. Well, that's simply my life story. All right. My life story. My life story. My life story. Here we go. My life story.
Yes!
Yeah.
It's FM 94.9. Mike, I got to tell you, you need to sell that song to some of these country guys because they could use a song like that.
I'm gonna show you.
And if it went to number one in the country charts, you could pretty much retire here in San Diego.
And I could come down to San Diego.
You come down to San Diego, and these guys could stay in the non-existent basement that we don't have here in San Diego. That
true.
seriously is one of the best songs ever written. And the original, obviously, 10 times faster than that. Even though that was reasonably, that was a good clip on that.
Yeah, you know, I didn't want to make it too long. You slow things down, it gets real long, and
But
it's been a while since I did that song. Actually, I'm like, what am I gonna forget?
If it was George Jones doing it,
It'd be like, don't hate me forever. I'm better late than never. Something like that, right?
That was so amazing. That was so amazing.
Jack, give us a little solo on that in A. Something like that, right?
See what I mean? You could have done a 50s version of it, a 60s version of it. Was there country in the 70s?
It was strange, but yes, there was.
There was. And then, of course, the 80s version of it, the Shania Twain, the 90s, and then, of course, what have we got now? Which is pretty interesting.
Got pop now.
Yeah, the hip-hop country stuff.
Yeah.
You have one more to do for us?
Yeah,